Thank you.
Please tell us more about yourself.
I'm Diana Kahunde, and I'm a filmmaker.
How did you transition into the role of Veronica on WHATIF set?
It was actually a difficult one, something I did not see coming, but something that I was very intrigued about. So I went and watched some movies and series, specifically related to my character. Yeah, so that's how I transitioned into the Veronica character. And yeah, so I had to do some research, of the kind of woman that I am playing. Rich, pompous, a businesswoman, married to an honorable in parliament, with no children, with a stepchild, so a lot of responsibility. So yeah, it was a lot that I had to understand, because all that Veronica is, I am not.
Did you rehearse for the role?
Yes, I did. I rehearsed for all my roles because, it's like fine gold. If it does not go through fire, then it will never be fine gold.
That's true.
So I rehearsed for all my characters because it's the only way that I can make it relatable for the people that are watching. Yeah.
Okay. Are you under Limit Production?
No.
How did you join the team of WHATIF?
Well, Richard Bolindwa, he called me and interested me with the role, and that's what happened. I did a table read, and yeah, with a few table reads, I got the role.
What has been some of the toughest parts as you're doing production?
Like I already mentioned, the role of Veronica is something that I am not. It's what I aspire to be. She owns a TV station, she's a businesswoman, she's married to a very rich and, member of parliament. So all those things, that alone was a challenge to me, to get into the skin of a woman that owns a TV station with all the pressures that come in. And it's not just work pressure, but there's social, economic, physical, emotional. So that was also really, really tough for me. And sometimes I cannot, not that I cannot, but it's hard to express myself in those shoes, because the shoes are really big and filling them is very tough. Yeah, so of course there are other things that might go wrong. It might be a bad day, it might be weather, because we are also human besides the role. Yeah, so those natural things come in as well.
Are there some scenes, I could say, some characters that you look at and you say you went above and beyond?
Yeah.
And which movies or which feature film is that?
First, I will say in Hostel. That was a really big challenge for me. To be an orphan that is a mother hen and is bubbly. That combination was very hard for me to do. But I had to go above and beyond. I used to watch Queen of Generations and so many others for me to get into that. The other one is a movie, Bed of Thorns. It was also tough because I was acting as a 9-month pregnancy. Have never been pregnant, so it was really tough to have to understand the emotional baggage that comes with being pregnant and finding out that your baby daddy is married, and then and I'm a comic relief. It was also tough. And then the third one I'll mention is the Honorables. I have to come from I'm Briton, coming back to my country, and I've not been in the country for a while, and I have to connect with these people. And the way the British live is not the way we live as Ugandans. They are very fast, they are precise, particular, persistent, and all those things. And then in Uganda we are a bit laid back and slow about business, and the way we carry ourselves is not particularly what a Briton would say is, you know, urban or urban beat or something like that. Yeah, so those were the three that I can mention for now.
Oh,
yeah.
How do you create a believable character when you step on the shoot?
So what I do is when I'm called for a table read or, you know, that initial meeting of this is the role that we are thinking for you, I ask all the necessary and unnecessary questions about this character. What their hair is like, whether it's kaweke or munyerere, you know, everything. I ask about everything. And then I get into the place. I look for places or locations that might have those kinds of characters that I'm looking for or that I'm going to play. So I go to those places and relate with people like that, or if it is a friend of mine, look for that person and see how they talk and things like that. Yeah, so I do real research. I get out of my skin as Kahunde and then put on the overall of that new character. Yeah, so I go far and beyond. What do they eat? What do they like? What are their nails like? How do they move? Everything. I live. I put myself in that situation. When I go back home, all I do is sleep, wake up, come back, continue living that life, especially when I'm doing like a series, like let me say WHATIF. I try to continue living that kind of life, you know, go to high places, let me say, for example, a high-end bar, because that is the kind of character I'm playing now. You know, the kinds of people that I relate to have to also be believable. Married women, how do they, you know, I try to find someone that is going to help my character so that it is believable at the end of the day. Because I do not want to do something mediocre that someone is not going to believe.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's not easy because you have to, in Uganda, we are still a young industry. We have to invest in ourselves. You know, the way you look, what you do, how you eat, all those mannerisms, you have to invest in them.
Finally, Diana, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years. There's a lot that I want to do. I want to do movies. I want to tap into different characters. There are characters that I've not done and I want to do. I want to act in a movie when I'm mad and crazy. You know, I want to tap into those social, how do they call it? Social problems that people haven't touched, you know? Like, let me say, schizophrenia, you know, those kinds of diseases that we have not touched, but our friends are going through them, you know. Yeah, so there's a lot that I want to do. I recently registered my company as well. It's been running, but now it's going to officially start. So in 5 years, I'll definitely have all the things that I've been planning and dreaming of.
Production company?
Yes.
We are growing.
Yes, we are growing. It's Instincts Focus. I hope I can say that.
Yes, you can. Please.
Yeah, it's Instincts Focus. And yeah, we've done short films and some few small things to get ourselves into the system.
Enrolling.
So yes, in 5 years, I'm praying that everything will be good to go.
And that leads us to more job creations, giving opportunities to actors, and then the company is open to different people.
Yes.
Thank you, Diana. It has been really a pleasure to host you.
I'm humbled. Thank you so much.
Where can people find you? You as a person and you as a company.
Okay, as a company, we are in Ntinda, Chigowa. I can give you the address and the number. As Kahunde, I'm on social media. Instagram, Twitter is at DK Kahunde. Facebook is Diana Kahunde. So basically, as long as you type in Diana Kahunde, my face will pop up.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diana.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.